Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be presenting this session of the Career Development Workshop, where I'm talking about mastering strategic positioning for career success. Here's a bit about me. My name is Kemi Bankole. I'm a career coach, and a bit of an overview. The primary consultant of Kemi Bankole Consulting, where I focus on career strategy, positioning, as well as professional growth, and I help women secure roles globally. So my niche is essentially getting to the point where women are able to make decisions on what role they are looking to go for. So making choices and not just being stuck with any role that they get. So multiple options is my niche. And I'm credible because I have government and HR experience in Canada. I have leadership experience as well. I'm PMP certified. I have a master's in business. I'm an immigrant as well, so there are experiences from that I've gained as well. I have been a woman in leadership and been in these stages in these meetings, seeing how things are run, and I am essentially understand how organizations evaluate talent. And I'm here to teach women. I'm passionate about teaching women how to position themselves and how to align strategically. So, I would like to always go back to share my story about how I started this, the reason why I'm passionate about what I do now. I would start from 2021. There, of course, has been a history way before then, but starting in 2021 was when I moved to Canada. And as you can see, I have one, two, three, suitcases with me fresh at the airport, just landed, and I had dreams as big as ever ready to conquer Canada. And within a period of 6 months after landing and trying to get acclimatized with the site, with the system, Canadian system specifically, I had run out of funds. I essentially started applying for jobs, getting rejection emails. Thank you for your interest. Unfortunately, those type of emails, and it really broke me because I had a good degree from back home. My home country is Nigeria, by the way. So I had lots of experience. I had everything that it took. However, words used and descriptions used, such as you don't have Canadian experience, or, you know, yeah, we see all the things that you did there, but like we're not sure. So those type of things started making me feel, is there an issue? Is there a problem? And mind you, at this time, I was literally out of my savings. I am not sure if I made the right decision coming to Canada, because how will I be able to feed? How will I be able to survive? I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but 100%, I feel it right now the same way I felt it the day I got here and when I started having these experiences. And essentially, eventually, I entered my new beginnings era. So about 2 years in, I cracked the code, finished my master's, uh, started applying for jobs, just understanding, having a better understanding, specializing in HR, better understanding of the system, how it works, and how to crack the code. And when I looked for a job in that time, the last time I searched, I secured 8 job offers, three of which were government roles, and the other four were private organizations. So that empowered me to choose. So that is the reason why I keep emphasizing choice. I want women to get the same opportunity I did when I was in the market looking for a job, to be able to choose. Now I chose a job that was very convenient for me in terms of work-life balance, flexibility, in terms of my aspirations as well. I chose what worked for me, what was more important to me. And women many times have to put their careers on the burner, on the backseat, because things happen like family, so many different things come into play. And it's important to empower women with this power of choice, because many times, these family scenarios that I have just described have impact on what we decide to go for, how, how empowered we are, what type of roles we get. So I want women to have the exact same opportunity to choose one that works for you, choose one that allows you to leave, to pick your kids up from daycare, to pick your kids up from school, to allow you to be able to do the things that you're passionate about. That is something that I'm a big advocate for. And that's what I want other people to also be able to do. And in terms of who I serve, the people that are essentially that make up my clients base, I work with Black professionals, I work with immigrants, because again, many of these things I fall under each and every one of these categories, right? Black professionals, immigrants who are navigating the Canadian and global systems, which I was. Woman, I'm a woman who is actively seeking career growth and essentially getting an understanding, being able to teach and pass information, right? An aspiring leader, consultants, entrepreneurs who are transitioning from their 9 to 5, all these different things. And now, just getting into the marketplace, I realized in my experience and the experience of others, some of my other clients, the marketplace can definitely be brutal to women. The job market can be brutal to women. Workplaces can be brutal to women. And you have experiences such as, of course, you need Canadian experience to get Canadian experience. How make it make sense? How do I get Canadian experience if you're not going to give me a chance to get it, right? So that's such a frustrating experience. Things like perhaps being late once out of in 10 years, you're late once and suddenly you're given a label of a latecomer. We have people who let their dreams and confidence shrink each time they get those emails. And I can understand it's something that essentially eats at your self-esteem, but we do not have to allow it to do so. We're more powerful than whatever any job can do, or however the job, tries to make us feel. I have coached women in my experience. I've coached women who have massive potential, women who found themselves in spaces, in organizations, and industries that were not built for them. I believe every woman can be in every industry that they think of, that they're passionate about, but in a different sense of things, being in a system where they try to stifle you, where you as a woman you're not recognized, that invisible syndrome where you're either the only person of color or you're the only woman, who is either in a position of power or you are able to enter those meetings and your ideas are credited to someone else who, wears the suit, has a beard, somebody who looks different from you. So those are some of the experiences that we face as women, and we are hardly recognized for all the work that we put in. What is happening in the market right now is that several things are being changed. AI is coming, changing everything. Remote work is coming as well. And now we are competing with thousands of others, new generations coming up in the job market. How many times have we checked LinkedIn, checked Indeed, and you see 200 other people have applied for the same role? Things are more, you know, in terms of the numbers, we are having like this global drive. Everybody wants, of course, the high paying jobs, and the numbers are trooping through. And it's important that we are aware of what is going to be happening, that is already happening now, and what is going to happen in the future. So it's important that you essentially get yourself bulletproofed and you're ready. You have strategy on how to handle the market right now and also in the future. So, how you're able to thrive globally is by ensuring that you're excellent in everything you do, be diligent, be excellent, show up on time, do things the right way, let people understand and see that this person is diligent in everything they're doing, they're intelligent, they have a mindset for growth. Allow these things shape who you are. Ensure that you're acquiring these skills. Be excellent in everything you do. You never know who's watching. Build relationships. I know we all talk about networking, go out and network. I believe relationship building is the difference between um moving forward in your career, moving forward in almost anything versus networking. Because when you create organic relationships, not based out of wanting something from somebody or wanting to be potentially somebody who social climbs. No, not at all. Building relationships, caring actually about these people that you're meeting and wanting to know what their story is and resonating with that, becoming indispensable as well, creating value to those people as well who may even be in positions of authority or power over you, places that you are essentially wanting to get to. So when you're indispensable by the value that you bring, then that relationship essentially, it may not necessarily be equal, but there would be a balance created where yes, this person is at the top level, this person that you built a relationship with is a CEO or at the top level, and you're not wanting to look like somebody who is wanting to social climb, but at the same time, you are providing them with value, providing them with diligence, showing up, clapping if they are doing something good, ensuring that you're letting them know, like giving feedback, all of these different things, being indispensable, continuously learning. Like when people see somebody who is continuously learning, they're always wanting to be around those type of people because those people bring growth, those people innovate in everything they do. So those are some of the things while you're navigating your career search. So in regards to searching, there's a need to master the basics in terms of how you show up. What you wear to even show up is a big thing, right? Everybody else could be wearing slacks, everybody else could be wearing whatever it is. You show up, I personally show up, you know, on time. I show up, looking good, looking powerful, not allowing anybody to essentially intimidate me. I work in an environment that is primarily, there's a lot of men, right? So those dynamics and ensuring that you understand where you're at and you are acting in a way where you not even give room for disrespect or room for, being seen in a different manner. So next, you study the market, think about the skills that are going to pay in 2025, in 2026, right? Back in 2025, last year, we looked at the different skills that were thriving. 2026, things have changed so rapidly. Think about 5 years from now, AI is going to change so many things. So many roles will be out of the market. So now is the time to study the market and look at the skills that are going to pay you now and for the future to foolproof yourself and get ready for what the market is going to look like in the future. Next, you build your brand, tell your own stories, right? What is your unique value proposition? What is your narrative? Like, what is your brand positioning? Ensure you have that figured out. And if you do not, I can help you. I can support you with on getting to understand what that is and helping to create one for you. Then you navigate with wisdom. Essentially, what that means is learn every unspoken rule, things to do in the workplace that you're at, in the global market, and ensure that you're staying true and you're not becoming a completely different person. Ensure that you're not stifling yourself and your personality and so many different things in that workplace. Finally, you create your own opportunities. If things are not working out, then many of the biggest founders, female founders especially that I've seen, either worked in some toxic environment or, essentially we're not being recognized, like we're seen as invisible and all of these things. So they saw opportunities and they are like, yeah, okay, so this is the thing. Suddenly a woman comes up with, you know, a a business, an opportunity. And it's like, yeah, I see this gap. I want to fill it. So don't wait to be chosen. Create your own opportunity. Let other women gain from your passion point, your experiences, which is the exact same thing I'm doing right now. So one thing to know is sometimes breakthrough isn't about working harder, it's about working differently. So no need to cast your net where everyone expects you to fish, where everybody else is going, where the 500 people are applying for that same one job. Of course, you can throw it in, but like think about the when you're looking at the global market and the qualifications and everything that has to do with that, it's time to ensure that you're strategically exploring the right side of your bow. And in simple terms, that means that you have the necessary information to explore the right channels to ensure that you are maximizing your efforts and not just throwing, you know, essentially your resume in a pool and in this never-ending pool that the chances are lower for you. So those are some of the things that are needed to do. Your final awakening starts now. I want everyone to understand that it is very possible if Monday morning felt like Friday night. Yeah, I know all of us dread it. People wake up in the morning, oh my God, it's a Monday morning, a new day, a new week, and all of that, feeling very, drained already. It does not always have to be like that. It could feel like a Friday night, and not the party type, by the way, but like chill, relaxed, not tense. So those are some of the feelings that it's very possible to feel, and that is where we should all aspire to get to. And it's also possible for you to be excited about your future. Think about your future, your growth, your plans, what you're going to be doing next. Is not something that should make you not want to get up in the morning. You should be excited about it. So you need to get to a point where you decide to go for something that you're passionate about, something that you're excited about, because you know that this would essentially ensure that your future, ensure that your career, ensure that your business thrives, ensure that you're protected for the future and that you have the necessary skills to navigate the future market. So, in regards to me, here's how you can get in touch with me. My name is Kemi Bankole, running Kemi Bankole Consulting, as I mentioned earlier. You can follow me on LinkedIn, where I share posts on navigating career success, and more stories. And for me, one of the things I'm passionate about and I help women with is having these conversations, strategy. I want to understand what exactly it is that you're going through, what exactly your story is. I want to understand how I want to hear your story and see how to support you directly. So I offer a free strategy session. Just book or scan the code in here, or you can go to my website, www.kemibankleconsulting.com, where you're able to see, book a session with me, go to my booking page, book a session, and we're able to have a conversation, a personalized conversation where I'm able to understand your needs and recommend solutions for you. Some of the services that I offer are resume review, LinkedIn optimization, career transitioning, negotiation of your offer, and so much more. So I'd really love to hear from you. Book a free session. It's free, right? There's no charge for this session. Have a conversation. You've been thinking about things that you want to do. You probably need somebody who's experienced like a second thought. I'd love to be that second thought for you. I'd love to, be able to share my experience. I'd love to be able to hear your experience and share my thoughts on that and then navigate. I've had lots of clients have, you know, success with navigating and transitioning through to different roles, to different things that they're doing, being comfortable, being able to have that work-life balance. And that's it's a serious and real passion point of mine. I really want other people to experience the same flexibility that I'm experiencing. And that is the reason why I do what I do. So please book that free session and I'd love to talk to you soon. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my masterclass. I hope to get in contact with you, to stay in touch with you. I hope to see you at one of my sessions. I would love to chat with you, hear all about your dreams and aspirations. Thank you. My name is Kemi Bankole. Right. Bye.